if you want to skate Cornwall, and the streets, you actually got to wanna skate. Do you know what I mean?
The spots are rough. It rains all the time, but the people are really nice.
If they wave back, they're friendly. You're lucky if you can skate down a pavement for like 25 meters without having to stop because the ground's that rough, you know?
Obviously we have spots still, they're just a bit crusty, so it's a bit harder to film stuff on the streets.
It's quite fun to skate in a weird sort of way. And also if you're sort of filming as well, it has a nice feel to it. And like photos wise as well, you know, if you're getting a photo in Cornwall, it looks amazing.
The spots are usually quite rough, like I said, but from a photographic point of view, that's not a bad thing because I guess they look more real, more sort of visceral. You can almost feel through the images that like they're not easy to skate, do you know what I mean? They're not like a perfect California schoolyard that you know is like perfectly smooth. The antithesis of a California schoolyard is playing place because it's really rough, really hard to skate. There's probably like a load of like spinners from the trees to hang up on the floor. And it's probably really damp and you're probably going to slide out, but it looks great on photos.
It's a very old county. The architecture is always quite rugged and Cornish, you know. Nothing smooth, nothing made to perfection, but has definitely bred some of the best skateboarders in England, in my opinion, from that. You know, it's never been easy to skate here. It was always a case of challenge yourself, go and find something, make it work, make it skatable. And yeah, like, it definitely breeds a good breed of skateboarder.
There was a team, I think it was the Additonal team, that came down for a tour. And they wanted to know where like the street spots were, so we were like, oh, well, we'll take them to Newham Banks. And they arrived and they were like, what the hell is this? They were not impressed. They were like, we're not skating this, it's terrible. But we were like, well, this is one of our best spots that we've got.
Let's go for a pasty now. For a pasty? Red Roof Banks has got to be, as far as spots go, it's probably one of the most legit spots, I reckon, in Cornwall. Most recognisable because a lot of kind of like skaters who've travelled to Cornwall on trips or on holidays, they've skated there at some point. But that's a prime example of a spot deteriorating. When I first moved there, you could skate at that bank and it was like, the ground was smooth. You could even skate the car park as just flat ground. Whereas now you go there and it's like, you've got to push like your life depends on it to get to the top of that bank, you know? So you can burn yourself out in an hour just like pushing to the top and then getting your feet in the right spot and then it doesn't work. So it's, you know, like stuff like that, it's like, it changes the whole dynamic of the skating.
Yes, okay. Nice one. Good high five. Buzzing.
The scene's good. The scene's definitely grown a lot since I was a lot younger. Just with the help of all the skate parks and everything that's coming up, and everyone gets along really well down here. So we all sort of end up at the same place, like we usually end up at the same skate parks. You have different towns all coming together. And yeah, it's a really good scene. Yeah, really cool. Well, there wasn't any skate parks when I was growing up, so we're sort of going around the streets, but we'd always lean to Mount Hawk would be the integral sort of part that I guess kept the community together.
To me, Mount Hawk was massively important in not only in skateboarding, but in my whole upbringing. You know, it was my safe place. It was my like home from home. I spent so long there, and you know, a lot of us did. We were there from, you know, dusk till dawn. Like, you know, it was the hub of Cornish skateboarding. You know, you had SJ Skate Shop in Truro where you'd hang out, buy your skate stuff, then you'd go to Mount Hawk and everyone was there.
He's really good, isn't he?
Definitely progression-wise, I don't think we would have got as good as we got without Mount Hawk. It was a big thing when it went indoors, because it just meant you could skate it all year round, and everyone from everywhere would just come and skate it at once. It felt like a proper Cornish scene within Mount Hawk. It was good.
Wooden graves. Yeah, no, that place was home. I loved it to bits. It was falling apart, never gonna lie about that, you know. There was screws loose and plywood sticking up in places, and people who come there and hadn't skated it would fall over on random obstacles. But to us, it was our grotty little paradise, you know. We were down there every day. We like built a DIY around the back. I only helped with a bit of it, to be honest, but the boys smashed it building that. It was just like a really core skate scene back then. We were all there all the time.
Yeah, when I watch back skating that mini ramp, I like, yeah, I don't even know how to describe it, man. It's so good. And the vert ramp around the back, when we cut it down, there's something about that ramp as well, bro, like I can't even explain. I wish they kept that ramp and then just built this here, you know?
With the change from wooden waves to concrete waves, like a lot of people who were at wooden waves all the time stopped coming down because they didn't like the fact that the park was new and lots of people were coming and there was loads more kids and parents around. But all the skaters who really care about skating and skate forever, they're all still there, so the vibes are still there.
I don't know how to explain it, but this park has basically brought a lot more like connection within the towns. Do you know, like before we would always we'd go to these spots like Penzance and wherever and meet the people. Then after this park got built, it did bring, not even from the southwest, all over the UK. It brings people here, so it really is like it's a blessing for Nuki, this place, you know.
It's funny when Eddie Belvedere moved here in the dark depths of time, whenever that was. And like, you know, all the scenes were kind of cut off because no one really drove around. So Nuki skaters skated in Nuki, Truro skaters skated in Truro, Falmouth skaters skated in Falmouth. And Eddie was like, he had his little Fiat Panda, didn't he? And he just basically like crammed everyone in from all of the towns and drove everyone around to all the spots and they skated together. And it's, you know, he's still a massive part of the skate scene in Cornwall because he opened Love Park and he's given us a nice indoor dry place to skate during the winter that's not basically just massive transitions. It's got some nice kind of small ledges to skate and it just feels like a really nice community there as well.
So Love Park opened in August 2023. So we've nearly been here 3 years now. Situated in an old Argos building, like right in the centre of Falmouth. I came along and we built this place and we opened. And from what I've seen, like the scene has increased massively. The levels gone up like multiple levels, you know, like there's the young kids coming through skating, you watch them progress and over a year they're like, they're stepping it up. And I think because they see good skaters around them, that encourages them to like push their skating even more. They're stealing your tricks or whatever and like they're constantly progressing. To know that you've played a part in that, it's inspiring and it's like, it's good to see. People come to me with ideas and they're like, do you want to try this? And I'm like, man, if you want to do it and it sounds cool and it's I'm into it and I'm up for trying stuff. So we've put a few music events on. Last weekend we held Get Gnarly for Charlie. It was the 3rd time we've done that, which is raising money for Ben Raemers Foundation, for Papyrus, for suicide prevention and awareness. Stuff like that hits quite close to home. So it's good to be able to bring the music scene and the skate scene together and just like have a good time with friends and kind of like support like good causes. It's a skate park, but it's more than that. It definitely like unites like the entire community to make it stronger and like a better place.
So the main thing I'd say we're known for is offering tuition in all shapes and sizes, to beginner skateboarders, to advanced, to kids, to adults. We just do our best to try and grow the Cornish skate scene and be there for anyone that needs any sort of help involved in skateboarding. So turned Harry Wild pro 5 years ago, and it was a very special day. He's one of my best mates, like a brother to me. So that was a really cool one. And then last night we turned Jack pro. Nuki born and raised, like he's more TR7 than anyone, so that was super special. Managed to surprise him down the local pub. And it's just cool to be able to give back to the local skaters that work really hard, and they're everyone's favourite, so why not put their name on a board?
Today with Raemers Foundation and the Super Skate Posse, they had 100 boards and helmets to give out to kids to get them skating, kids on the free school meals. We only had about 75 sign up, but we did that this morning. It was amazing, just teaching 75 kids who are pretty brand new to skateboarding how to roll on them and giving them all a board and a helmet so they can get out and enjoy skateboarding.
We've hosted some suicide awareness courses, which were great. But I think just working with these foundations has made us realise how important it is to talk about our mental health and share when we're struggling, or notice when other people are struggling, and do our best to reach out and tap in with them and make sure they're okay. And through skateboarding, it's definitely a lot easier.
Big round of applause for Ben Raemers Foundation and the Super Skate Posse as well for making this whole thing possible.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Papyrus is a national charity, UK-wide. We've been around for quite some time, but the main thing is we run Hopeline 24/7. You can contact us at any time of the day, 24-hour day. It's completely anonymous, it's free, and it's all staffed by paid, trained sort of intervention staff. If you're having thoughts of suicide, if you are thinking that you don't want to live anymore at any stage, it can be fleeting thoughts or plans, then you can contact us and we'll support with that. On the same number, you can contact us if you're worried about a person. So if you are concerned someone's acting differently, or they've mentioned things, or they're struggling in life, then yeah, give us a call and we'll help you kind of know what to say or do next. So that works really well with friends, family. That's probably the best thing. And then also we do debriefing. So yeah, if you have supported someone around suicide, however that went, you can call and offload. Numbers changed recently, so you might have seen the old posters kind of scattered around some of the skate parks. But it's 0300, it's free, 102 24/7. Or you can also text 247. We're anonymous, so yeah, give us a try.
I founded Affinity, but it's kind of been, you know, a work in progress over the years, starting different skate groups that are basically getting more women skateboarding, more queer people skateboarding. I found a skateboard and somehow like this whole world, my whole future opened up. I guess Affinity is me wanting to share that, whilst also addressing maybe some of the more frustrating things about skateboarding, like sometimes it can be not very diverse. There's, you know, barriers for people that aren't so obvious, whether it's gender, race, money is a big thing. I want to see more women in higher up roles of skateboarding. I want to see more photographers. I want to see women and queer people like being the decision makers, because we all love skateboarding, but that I think we owe it to skateboarding to be critical of it as well. I've used the resources offered by the Ben Raemers Foundation myself, like the counselling, having free sessions like that available, and to have them to offer that was a really radical move on their part.
Tell your friends you love them, you know, because life's short. You never know when something's going to bite you in the ass. Like, I was in a car accident at the start of last year. Pretty scary. Had to have some pretty bad surgery after the seatbelt cut me up, but we come back and we're stronger, and yeah, talking's the most important bit. If you've got something on your mind, you've got to say it, you know, because it'll feel better just to get it out. And there's always people that will listen, especially in the skate world. Like, we're all going through the same stuff, so we're happy to talk about it, and it really makes you realise you're not alone, you know? That's kind of the beauty of it.
Skateboarding's so important to me, and it's created my lifelong friends. It's, you know, there's an old saying, skateboarding saved my life. It saved my life for sure. Like, you know, just being part of that crew gave me someone to be, like, you know, gave me an identity. So yeah, and Cornwall has been such a tight scene that I think that helped, you know. That's yeah, skateboarding. All good?